You brought up St. Patrick's Day and being lucky, and this actually kind of rolls into that. It was the luckiest moment of my life, and I'm just going to get into it. It was 10 years ago. It was 2016. I was actually at Washington State University. Go Cougs. Yeah, that's right. I know we're in downtown. All right, it's fine. Right down the hill from the Fighting Sevens. Yeah. Basically, it was Friday before Thanksgiving, and it was time to go home for the week. And my buddies and I packed up in the car with our cat named Doobie. That's right, we were in college at Wazoo, black cat. And it was me, my boy was driving, I was in the passenger seat. We had a buddy in the back, and then with the cat. And we headed off from Wazoo, we headed towards here. And about 20 minutes into the ride, the cat threw up all over the back seat and all over the buddy in the back seat. That was an omen. We were kids. We didn't understand that the cat was supposed to be in the crate. You know what I mean? So we cleaned that up, pulled over, got going. We got all the way to Issaquah, dropped the guy off in the back, ready to go. Called my mom. I told her, hey, just dropped him off. Can you meet me in Bellevue somewhere? She said, no problem. And about 20 minutes later, we were in a 3-car pileup. We were the back end of a 3-car pileup. Airbags went off. First time I was ever in a airbag deployment situation. It hurt. Didn't have glasses at that point, so I can still see. Lucky. And basically, my buddy and I were in the rear end. We were in the very back of the 3-car. So he goes, hey, I think I got flares. And I go, all right, we got to do something because cars are whizzing past us going 60, right? So we can tell we're not in a bad situation. I don't want to get crushed. And he goes, I think I got flares in the trunk. So we go out, we look for the flares. There's no flares. And so we're exposed on the highway trying to figure out what to do. And I said, hey, we should probably get to the shoulder. And to give you a little context, I'm 6'4", at the time, like 320. I'm 275 now, so yeah. And he's probably 5'8", 140 pounds. So I said, I'll probably go first, okay? So I went to take a step towards the shoulder, and next thing I know, I got hit by a car going 60. Yeah, blacked out. Don't remember a damn thing about getting hit. Next thing I know is I'm looking over the scene as an out-of-body experience. Full on, just kind of floating there, looking over. All I can see is myself on the pavement with my hands back like this, looking up. And I can see the ambulances all around me. So, it must have been 5-10 minutes after I got hit. And I have a UFO tattoo with a guy getting sucked up. And that's exactly what it felt like. I was just kind of in purgatory, laying around. And next thing I know, I just got slammed back into my body on the pavement. I took a deep breath, came to, I was hot, I was sweating. It was my blood. I took my sweatshirt off. I was completely mobile. The paramedics came running over. They're like, don't move, don't move. You got to cut your shirt off, cut your thing, your back, your mat, your neck, your back, everything, you're going to be messed up. And all I could say at the time was somebody call my mom. Because when we had first gotten into the wreck, I called her and said, hey, we got in a car wreck. And then you just pick me up somewhere else. She said, no problem. I just kept saying, somebody call my mom, somebody call my mom. And my buddy comes up to me and he's like, you better stop talking. I'm like, dude, just call my mom. He's like, you're going to cut your tongue off if you keep talking. I bit through my tongue till there was about a millimeter left, right down the middle. A tooth went through my lip. And so it was just, he wrote an essay later in college and said it looked like I'd eaten a rack of baby back ribs. So, not great, but a little funny. And so they put me in the ambulance, and they rushed me to Harborview. And so my mom, my buddy got a hold of my phone and calls my girlfriend, my wife now, and is like, hey, RJ just got hit by a car. I don't know where they're taking him. We're going to have to figure it out. So then my wife calls my mom and says, hey, RJ just got hit by a car. And she's like, no, he was in a car accident. She's like, well, he was. Now it's a little more serious. And so, and she had just gotten her wisdom teeth out, so she didn't know if she was hallucinating or not. And so, yeah, she went and woke my dad up. And I just remember coming out of the CT scan was kind of when I came to. And I'll never forget, it was a doctor. He goes, do you remember what happened? I go, I don't know. I was going home from Washington State University, and now I'm here. He goes, well, you're alive. You have no concussions, no broken bones. He goes, I'm going to sew your face back together. And we're gonna monitor your leg because my leg that had gotten hit was really swollen. And I remember getting rushed back to the nastiest part of Harborview. You don't get your own room down there in the trauma unit. You get the cloth walls. And I was in the ward with just a lot of people in bad situations, including myself. And but we were all lucky to still be yelling, screaming, crying, and talking. And I remember 3 hours, 4 hours after I got to the hospital, after they got me all patched up, and this nurse was not a great guy. I'm trying to keep PG. But I remember being like, yo, I got to go to the bathroom. And you're not hooking anything up to me, okay? Nah, I'm not doing that. Like, give me a wheelchair and take me to the bathroom. This guy goes, if you want to go to the bathroom, you can walk. And I did. 5 hours after getting hit by a car going 60. I was like holding my robe and my butt was hanging out and I was swaying back and forth. Got to the restroom, came back about 45 minutes later, and didn't need surgery. I ate ice chips all night, couldn't drink any water, had stitches in my tongue. And the nurse that was helping me, he was just a real not nice guy. And then finally at like 7 a.m., they let my wife come back. My mom stayed with me all night. Mama's boy here, big mama's boy. And my wife came back. And I remember the nursing changed, and it was like going from this really not nice guy to this like angelic human being. And she came in with my wife, and my wife was looking to be a RN, and she's like, "Can I?" And they sponged all the blood off me 24 hours later. And it made me thankful, because life's not promised, right? And I think that changed my life for the better, right? Because I think we traveled a lot after that. Life's short, or money comes and goes, but life's forever. So we just try to live life like that. And St. Patrick's Day is a really good time to remember those times you get lucky. And I wanted to thank you guys all for letting me come out here. And this is a great space that you guys have going. And long story short, I'm still here, baby. Thank you.
Hang on. Does anyone have any questions for RJ while he's here? Emmett, you got a question, Keith?
How long did it take you to finally heal from all your...
Yeah, good question. I kind of rushed through that. I had a cracked shoulder, I had a cracked rib, and I had road rash up and down. I was back at Washington, so I got hit Friday. I was pulling stitches out of my tongue on Thanksgiving, eating turkey and yams. And then the following Tuesday, I went back to school and finished out the semester. And I would say, full recovery, 6 to 8 weeks was like all the injuries. My leg, I still kind of have issues with my leg. It's kind of funny, actually. It's not funny, but it's funny to me because when I get sick, it'll just like swell up, and the doctors are like, no idea. And I'm like, nice. And but yeah, probably 6 to 8 weeks. And because by second semester, in the second half of second semester, I went back and I was playing basketball in the men's league again. So and I still do to this day. So in terms of lasting things, about 8 weeks probably, which is just. I looked up on Google, and who knows if it's right, but it said that your chance of getting hit by a car going 45 miles an hour or more is like 0.4%. And I got lucky, that's for sure. Yeah.
You have a question?
When you were looking down on your body, did you recognize in that time frame of what was actually happening, or was it like, did you know what was going on?
I think in a sense, yes, but also in another sense, not at all. Being able, I didn't know what happened, but I could see what was going on, right? I knew it was me. I knew I wasn't there, and I had to figure out. It wasn't even like a choice, really. I was just kind of. It was like purgatory, right? If you ever see a show, they just kind of wander around. It's like what it was, but I was just floating there, and then finally, you come back to, and I don't think you ever fully understand what happened, right? But yeah, I think vaguely. Yeah, vaguely.
What
Yeah.
happened to the cat?
What happened to the cat, Kathy?
All right, well, I'll say duty took all 9 lives for my life. When I got hit, my buddy had the cat in his arms when he dropped it, and I got hit by a car.
No.
And he passed away, and they buried him in my blanket, and I do say that. I say he took all 9 lives for mine, so I have a doobie tattoo ready to load it up to get put on somewhere. I just haven't got it done yet, so yeah.
Thank you, RJ.
Thank you.
Good.